up? Another project, Amberlight, outside again, sunny day. Got to use these solar rays for good, not evil. Amber, not much to report. Basically, we're just continuing editing. I tell you what was good this week, and it had it take a leap forward in my mind, is that the film opens with this montage, which is kind of like, it feels a bit like an opening credits, but it's not. It's like got a lot of story in it, and it's really tricky because there's sort of boxes flying in, and loads of different video sources and stuff like that. So we've put off working on that until we'd got the body of the film working, and the film was working. But having that montage at the beginning, which gives so much context to everything that's happened, has made a huge difference. And so I'm really pleased that I can now watch the film as I imagined it, with that bit at the beginning. It's not finished yet because it's very sort of involved, detailed work, but I do get a stronger sense of the potential of the film, and I'm starting to get really excited again about finishing it. Adam's raised the question about how to end the film, and I suppose I'm still in the dilemma of like, is the ending that we've got good enough, or does it need an extra punch or something like that just to really elevate it? So that's the question I'm kind of in at the moment. I kind of like the way it ends, but the writing course that I'm on, he's teaching us, he says that what distinguishes great writers from just good writers or everybody else is that most writers just think, is that good enough? Can I get away with this? Whereas great writers think, how can I make it better? So I'm trying to train myself to be in the how can I make it better mentality, rather than that'll do, which has been my MO since I can't even remember since when. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm in at the moment, is like, how can I make it better? What can we do to just add a little, just to leave the audience with a, oh, rather than a, oh, it's different, isn't it? Oh, rather than, oh, that was good. I guess I just have to keep thinking about it. I feel like if the answer's there, it's going to come. I feel like I trust in that sort of inspiration that just comes, because I'm trying to incorporate that more of just like letting inspiration guide what I'm creating a bit more, rather than just being in my head about something. Like, let that bolt from the blue idea come in, just create the sort of environment where those sort of inspirations can come. My film, The Grid, which was what I made as my sort of final piece on the filmmaking program that I did last year. It's been accepted into this Etheria Film Festival, which I talked about a couple of vlogs ago. And now I thought that they were going to just have me on the tour. So they said they couldn't put me in the main event, but they could include my film on the tour. So they're touring all these short films around the country. But I've just discovered that they've got like a short film slot at this horror convention that's happening at the end of the month. And they've asked if my film, The Grid, can be in it, and if I can go and do a Q&A afterwards. And I've wanted to do a Q&A for ages. I like talking, but I don't like talking about just anything. I like talking about stuff that has meaning, and the film for me has meaning. And it'd be fun to talk about it and where the idea came from. The Grid is basically about a virtual reality game show that when people go into it, they're sort of plugged. The game is populated by their deepest fears, and the game is to get out of the game. But when people go into the game, they don't realise that they're in a game. And there's a whole other bunch of other rules and stuff like that, which I won't bore you with, but I think that's a good idea for a film. I didn't particularly execute it amazingly well, but I want the short film to spark conversation about where this idea could go. So being included in a film festival is very exciting, and being able to do a Q&A about it so that I can really sort of have people get that there's a bigger idea behind it. That's gonna be good. My neighbour, he asked me once again to get involved in shooting a music video. He met this kid and he was really inspired by how free-spirited and full of life this little guy was. And he has a disability, which means he's got a very short life expectancy, but yet he lived like that wasn't a thing. And so he wrote a song, my neighbour wrote a song about it, and he's just like, this kid's only in town for a couple of days, shall we make a music video? I've written this song. So we just, again, it was very impromptu, like no planning or anything like that. I suppose I should go. I'm taking my 5D over there and we're just gonna figure this out. I think the style that he wants is something like, You Can Call Me Out. Man walks down the street, says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention and all my nights are so long. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model now that my role model is gone, gone? He ducked back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. All right, I've got to go. I'm late again. I'm supposed to be over there now. It's just going to be a cute little video to accompany the song. Very simple, very straightforward. It was very laid back, it was very chilled out. We all knew it was last minute, kind of just let's try and just make some magic happen. So that's what we did. And it was actually very sweet, and the kid is just like, he loves dancing. So we just said, dance. Dance like no one's watching, and he actually does. Oh. So this morning Earl came over and we had a look at the Daipool rushes, and it's good to see them. It looked good on the day, so it's helpful to sort of look over things afterwards and see what's missing, what's not missing. Overall, the pictures look really good, and we just oh mate, just wait till you see it. We just did this really cool. We tried to do a sort of I don't know if it's called bullet time or whatever, but we just made an attempt at a sort of a bullet time type of move, but we did it really lo-fi, low tech version of it. So yeah, it looks really good. So Earl's sort of used that to create a teaser trailer, so he's just finishing that off today, and then hopefully we'll be able to put that out shortly. Now that I've seen it, I can start to visualize, okay, great, we've got that moment covered. We know that scene's gonna work. Yeah, what else? Oh, I really hope that later in the week I can make some time to actually go and see Ghostbusters. I'm really lucky in the sense that I get like free tickets for screenings and things like that, but in this instance I want to pay to go and watch it, and the reason is I saw over the last couple of days since the film's been released how much racist and misogynistic abuse Leslie Jones, who stars in the film, how much she's had to deal with, and how heartbroken she is by the amount of hate that's being sent her way. So I kind of think, you know what, I wasn't that excited about Ghostbusters because I'm a huge fan of the original film. I think it's almost perfect, so I wouldn't want there to be a remake, but I'll tell you something, I don't love it that much that I'm not going to support this girl, this woman who's just been unnecessarily targeted by these pigs online who just think it's okay to send her sort of this vile sort of racist, misogynistic, abusive messages. It's just not okay. So you know what I think would be the best two fingers up to those people is making the film as big a success as possible. So I'm going to use my money to go watch the film, and I don't care whether it's any good or not. I don't care whether I even enjoy it. I just want to say what side of the fence I'm on, and I'm on the side of the fence that says it's not okay to send material like that and send messages like that to somebody just for making a film that's not on. It just makes me despair for humanity that people think that this is appropriate behaviour. What would your mother think of you if they knew that you were sending somebody pictures like that? Or maybe you come from the sort of home where that's okay, but to my mind, it's not even, you've lost all sense of your humanity if you think that that's okay, and seeing how desperately upset it was making her, and that she was fighting this unwinnable battle, trying to reason with these assholes that cannot be reasoned with. They're like the worst type of Terminator. I would encourage you to go and see Ghostbusters, because it is more important that she's a success and that it shows these people that this kind of hate is never going to win, rather than, you know, oh, you don't think that there should be a remake of it, or you're not interested or whatever. It's become bigger than that as far as I'm concerned, because people acting in that way made it bigger than that. I don't know what this world has become, that this is where we're at. You would have thought, I mean, you think that the 50s and the 60s in America was bad, but you see that so many things haven't changed. I think I've got too high an expectation of people sometimes. I really do, and I'm not saying that in a like shady way. I don't mean like, oh, all people are pricks, but I just think I always hold people to this like really high standard that people know how to treat each other respectfully and you know, don't live like perpetuating like hateful thoughts and hateful vibes. But I think I have to just recalibrate my beliefs about humanity, because there's a lot of hate out there. And I'll tell you something, if Trump wins, and I think it's about time that the left started taking who he is seriously. People don't get that he is only one of two people, as things stand, he is only one of two people in the entire world of 7.5 billion people, however many it is, that can be president of the United States, the leader of the free world, as we used to call it. He's only one of two people, so start taking this guy seriously. And if you really don't want him to be president, do something about it. Because, you know, creating silly memes or writing disparaging comments about him on Twitter is not going to do it. You have to get off your ass, and you have to get the Americans who don't want Trump as their president have to get serious about stopping this guy, because he is almost untouchable. He can be racist, he can be misogynistic, even groups that he's been disparaging about. There's people from those communities supporting him. That's how much power he has right now, but people don't seem to get that. So, how did I get onto this? So do something about it. Anyways, this is supposed to be a filmmaking vlog, so I don't know how it just got all bare political just then. I'm going to go and see Ghostbusters, and I'm going to report back, and I'm going to tell you what I thought of it. Actually, maybe I'm not. It depends if I liked it or not. If I didn't like it, I'm not gonna say shit, because the reason to go and see it was to hand over my money and make the film and register my support of Leslie Jones. That's why I'm going to see it. Should we go back to fun stuff? Yeah. If you have enjoyed this vlog, subscribe to the channel so that you get an alert when they go up. They go up every Monday or Sunday night. Or Saturday sometimes. I get a bit overexcited, but the idea is by Monday they'll be up. Please subscribe to the channel, like the thing, like the vid, comment if you so feel. If you comment, I'll give you a shout out. Nice comments. I'm not gonna, if someone calls me a dick, I'm not gonna go, oh yeah, thanks, you know, troll78, really appreciate it. That's not gonna happen. But nice comments, defos get a shout out, why not? So what is it? Subscribe, like, comment, share. I never know how to end these things. I think I talk way more than I need to. Like just at the end, I just go into sort of ramble mode. I think I'm just gonna stop.